I am Shannel and I have PCOS. I was diagnosed with PCOS last year, February. I had a delay in my period for about 2 months. That's when I visited the doctor. The doctor recommended I do an ultrasound. So when I did the ultrasound, the result came back and I had polycystic ovary, right? So that was the symptom that, well, I mean, polycystic ovary and then again the irregular, because to me I wouldn't consider my period as abnormal because it's not like I'm seeing it 2-3 times for the year. However, I have a longer length between periods, so that's one of the reasons why she had diagnosed me with PCOS. I've done a lot of research online. Yes, I've read a lot. So basically, before I used to have excessive oil growth, but oil production, and I didn't know at the time it was a symptom of PCOS. So after I was diagnosed, I realized that my scalp became very itchy. I had significant dry scalp after a while. I couldn't even get to wear the hairstyles that I would like to wear and so forth. Also, I realized that it affected me cognitively. In many ways, such as I became forgetful, I'm flustered all the time, I'm easily distracted, and it made me remove myself from like social settings because I never wanted to interact with people and, you know, came off as illiterate. So that's one of the things that affected me. Since of late, when I did my research, I realized that brain fog was actually a symptom of PCOS. So I could really and truly, you know, reflect, and I realized that yes, probably this is actually a symptom of it, because after I was diagnosed, I became really forgetful. It was just consistent at a point. So it later led me into the, you know, I had to isolate myself from everyone. I had a depressive episode for like 2 years now because of it. So yeah, it really took a toll on my mental health. I try to remain positive. I try to focus on what I love about myself rather than at what I do not like. Also, I try to sleep a lot more because I was sleep deprived at a point. Try to take the recommended vitamins that helps with, you know, the cognitive aspect. What else have I done? It's just really and truly just to remain positive. I try to focus on what I can control at the point, so that has helped me a lot. Yes, I have, and that's one of the reasons I said before that I just never wanted to be around people at a point because I felt like they didn't understood what was happening. They didn't understand the symptoms that I was having, and it was very difficult to explain because I would have people that I've opened up to. You know, I had people that I confide in and they still mistreated me. They, you know, treated me in a way where I am so different. I'm like an outcast in a sense. And it was really a dark time for me. Well, to be honest, like I said, I just focused on myself, what I love about myself. It's not just about like, you know, because another reason why I've been in isolation was because of how I felt about myself in regards to like the symptoms, you know, like I have a darker neck, you know, I probably have darker arm, you know, we have acne sometimes. So at that point, I decided that I needed to just take some time for myself, work on my esteem, because I knew that it would have affected my relations with people. And I just felt like at a point I became a people pleaser. Like, you know, I accepted mistreatment because I never wanted to feel alone and so forth. So Being by myself, it helped me a lot. I start reading more. Um, I started to do things that I liked by myself, which helped me a lot. It helps me to boost my self-esteem, and I'm now in a better place mentally. I wouldn't say I have. I've managed myself well, so I can't recall, and I can't recall if I ever experienced any criticism as it relates to my the cognition aspect of PCOS. To be honest, it's a very difficult to change my lifestyle. The idea of having a controlled diet is really depressing at times. It's stressful because I can recall when I was diagnosed with PCOS, my doctor recommended that I should remove certain foods from my diet, and one of my favorite food of all time was a part of it, which is dumpling. Everyone knows that I'm a dumpling lover. And up until this day, I haven't, because, as I said, it's something that I love. And I felt like I lost appetite as well, because I had to now figure out what to eat. I never wanted to feel the guilt of, eating certain foods that I'm not supposed to eat. So as it relates to like nutrition, not so well on that. But like I said, the whole positivity, that's what helps me. I try to be a little bit more active now, so I'm in a better place. I take some walks in the morning. I start to read a lot, so that it helps me psychologically. And yeah, that's basically what I've been doing now. I don't really have any issues as it relates to my period, because it's been a while. I'm just used to it not being normal as it relates to like the length between periods. So it's not something that I really and truly focus on. It's not as if I miss my period for like 2-3 months. It probably would be like for like a delay for like a week or 2 at the most. So that's not something that I really focus on right now. But I do take supplements. Yes, my mom would normally kill me with bush, as she would say. So that's one of the things that I use to maintain my lifestyle. The advice that I would give is to remove yourself from stressful environments. Remove yourself. What doesn't serve you, please leave, because stress does not help. I would also say that please remain positive. Focus on what you love about yourself, rather than the thing that you don't like, because PCOS is not only, well, you're not defined by your physical appearance, but rather your character. And that's one of the things that have made me realize that, I'm not less of a woman,